Welcome back to BDDDE. Today I went downstairs and found a little package for me from RC Crew. They were running a pre-release event for Tails, and it was going to be via webcam because here in Sydney we're still under lockdown restrictions and all that kind of good stuff. Yeah, so not everyone got theirs in time, so they've cancelled the event sadly, so I get to just open them up. Unfortunately, they were not meant to. They're not allowed to ship until late Friday afternoon, and not all the posties are working at the moment because they haven't all got the second jabs. Yada yada yada. It's all good fun. Everything's being messed up, but just found out that it's all right for me to open them up. We got all three of our amulets in cold foil, the promos. That looks really good. Now we've also gotten what they look like in rainbow foil next to each other. So if anyone cares, that's what they would look like differently. Both look good, different ways, for different reasons. Alright, so that's our little cold foils. We got these from a event I went in before, so they're probably just the prizes from that event that I entered to via web that they did on webcams. Kind of interesting to do it. Not sure if it's the best way. I think in person is always going to be the way to go, but it is what it is. We're going to just deal with it. So let's open up some flesh and blood monarchs quickly. See if we got anything interesting from those unlimited prizes. Boom. Commons. Common. All the commons all day long. Our two rares. Nothing special. Another thing, we did get a rainbow foil luminous. That's kind of cool. Let's make sure we're focusing on that. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing. And then we've got two normal things. So that's not a bad pull for two of. Yeah, I've got a cold foil version of it. Looks really great, but this is still a nice pull for anyone that wants to play their build and wants a little bit of bling. I'll leave that one there because that's actually not a bad card. So yeah, happy with those two. Alright, so let's open our 6 pre-release and have a look what I might have ended up building. We won't go for too long in detail. We'll just have a look what kind of pulls we have overall. So we're going to go Earth, Elemental. So we'll just go with Earth that has to go Earth, Lightning, Ice, Earth. So that's a Rune Blade only, so we're going to put that over here. Elemental Rune Blade, that's our foil. We have some Runaway, put that over there. Elemental Guardian, so again, we're just going to put them in special character ones. Elemental Ranger, and we've got a lot of piles already. Elemental Rune Blade. Elemental Guardian, Ranger Action. We have our piles already mixed up. So Rune Blade. Yep, that's a Guardian, and that's our Ranger down the bottom. So the tokens we just put aside. Elemental Rune Blade. So mainly we're seeing if we get any really big pulls in this. I will actually probably just not sort all of them because that'll take forever. We'll open all the packs on camera and then I'll do the sorting in a minute. How about that? That will take too long. That common. Do that. Find that equipment that we had. I'll do it later. So we'll just cut the video afterwards once we've gone through it. We'll open them all on camera, so that way there's no like, oh, you might have got them for different packs, but these are all that I drew. That's that equipment, who cares? I would have at least one Majestic, and that's in the Ruin Blades thing. So that doesn't mean I'd be going that Ruin Blade, but it might be just based on the fact that if most of the cards and strength seem to be there. Yeah, does appear that way. Last pack. I never pull anything like crazy in pre-release packs. I'm always, but that's 2 Majestics. Hey, that's the foil amulet we talked about earlier. We showed earlier. We've got a second one. That's alright. And no cold foils. I never pull anything too special in pre-release events, but that's okay. Alright. I'm going to go sort all these cards out and see what kind of deck I built, and we'll have a quick chat about that as well. But we have 2 Majestics, one for the Ruin Blade and one for the Ranger. So we'll see what way we go. Alright, back in a moment. Okay, we're back. Just going through different cards. So with the Sealed Constructed, you only need 30 cards. But the Earth / Lightning combination that we could run with Blair would be quite strong. We have 40 plus cards available for her, so we could just pop 10 out. So it's really, we actually get to a lot of choice in that. And the fact that she can make both the an Earth token and a Lightning token because you're attacking is quite strong. So I feel that's actually it would be quite good. My heart would want to run Lexi because I just want to see how a Ranger would do. And because I like the idea of our Ice Storm. But I just had this feeling that we would probably run a Blade deck with these pulls. Tell me if you think that's a silly idea or not. But I just feel like a lot of the direct arcane damage that we can get from... Where are they? So, first off, obviously we have our Blossoming Spellblade, what is quite good. And we have more than a number of good, reasonable Earth cards. I've just chucked them all together. I haven't pulled out the cards that I'd cut yet. I just felt like that. And the cost of playing most of the cards, it's only like 2, so wouldn't be a problem. That's one reason I apart from this one, I didn't want to really run Guardian because there were not a lot of blues in there. I'd probably cut these kind of decks. Actually, what's that doing in there? That's a Guardian card. Silly me. Mixed it up. So, but I wouldn't run like most of the 3s because that way I can just play for most of it again like that. I'd probably cut that straight up just to keep it so I can play as many cards as I want because the Lightnings, a lot of them cost 1 or 0s and allows me to constantly push through some damage. And, you know, the Inspired Lightning, being able to fuse them and then do these arcane damage on every turn is pretty good. So, you know, that's what I'd probably be looking at. And the fact that, you know, you attack once, you get to have some extra defense, I think would be quite strong. And that's where I'd go with that myself. I would have rather have... so my head would have said this, would have said Blair. My heart would have gone with Lexi. But thankfully with the sealed format, you can actually change heroes halfway through. You just change your whole deck out, do everything else. It's really cool that way. So if you don't like what you're doing with it midway, you just change it over because you'll have more fun that way. So that's why I really think the sealed setting is quite good, quite fun. Would have loved to have played this, especially, but unfortunately it is what it is. But let me know what you guys think about the which way I should have gone with the decks. Yeah, let me know, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Thanks for watching. B-D-D-D-E. Catch us next time.